Hello and welcome to PMCLounge.com, your number one free PMP resource. My name is Shoaib. I'm the voice behind all the videos on this YouTube channel as well as our website PMCLounge.com. Now, a lot of people send a lot of questions to us and we try to answer them in the comments, on the tweets, on Quora, and wherever the question reaches us, in our email as well. But my favorite kind of questions are the ones which are not out of the PMBOK guide or from Rita Mulcahy or Head First. My favorite questions are the questions that are from real life perspective, real world project management. Those are my favorite questions. And one such question came to us on Twitter. By the way, you can follow on our Twitter if you're not doing so already, twitter.com/PMCLounge. Now the question is, what if I need a resource that isn't available when my project needs it? And I love this question because this has real life project management situations written all over it. In fact, let me know in the comments, have you ever been in a situation where you needed a resource but it was not available? A lot of people undermine the value of a project manager or the value of the project management field by saying, oh well, project management is all about coordination. No sir, it is not all about coordination. Of course, coordination is a big part of it, but it is situations like these that make the project management profession a difficult one. It's a tough job. You have to show ownership in such situations. You cannot be a simple coordinator. You cannot be a simple project coordinator and get away in situations like these. You have to own it up. You have to be the project manager that everybody else looks up to, who basically signifies that being a PMP certified project manager, being an experienced project manager, these are the skills that you bring to the table. These are the kind of situations that you solve when others fail to do so. So, like I said, you need to take the ownership. You have to treat the project as your own. You have to treat it as your baby, and you'll go all in when it comes to you taking care of your baby, right? So as a project manager in such scenarios, I'll tell you 2 skills that will definitely help you. And we recently created a video on the 11 skills that you need in the field of project management. I'll share a link to that in the description below. But 2 that are going to be very helpful in such scenario are, number 1, negotiation skills. Now negotiation, don't get me wrong, negotiation is not about you getting the win and the other person getting a loss. No. Negotiation is about creating win-win situations. So if you need a resource, and by the way, resource could be anything. Resource need not be just a person. Resource can be an environment, certain IT infrastructure, certain hardware, or any such thing, right? So when you need a resource which is being utilized by another project team and is being used for another project, you need to go down there, you need to go all in, you need to knock the door, make some noise, and do some negotiation. Get on the table, do some negotiation, create a win-win scenario. How can you create a win-win scenario in such a situation, right? That is all that negotiation is about. A project coordinator will not be able to do so. You as a project manager, as an experienced PMP certified project manager, should be able to do so. There's a very beautiful quote by Carrie Fisher, and it says, everything is negotiable. Everything is negotiable. Whether or not the negotiation is easy is another thing. So this is definitely going to be a negotiation which is not going to be easy. So negotiation skills is my first advice, is my first suggestion to get out of a scenario like this, to get out of a situation like this. Second suggestion would be sales skills. Now you might jump and say, well, my job description does not have sales written anywhere. I'm not a salesperson. Why do you expect me to have sales skills? Well, sales is the kind of skill that everybody should have. And in this scenario, a project manager should definitely have. Can you go out there and sell the importance that your project has to the project team that has the resource right now? Can you go to them and sell the importance of your project and tell them, ask them, request them, scratch and claw. By any means, make sure that you get that resource. You need to have those sales skills to be able to do so. Or can you go to the higher management and sell the importance of your project, right? And I would always suggest, if you don't have negotiation skills, if sales is the kind of skill that you feel you're not up to the mark, go all out, take trainings if required. But situations like these, real life project management situations like these, will require you to have negotiation skills and sales skills. So that was about real life project management situations. Now, where is your PMP courseware going to be helpful in such situations, right? Whatever that you have read in the PMBOK guide, where will that come useful in such scenarios? I'll tell you where will that come useful in a situation where you don't have the resource that you need. Number one, do alternative analysis. If you don't have the resource that you need, can you make do with some other resource which is available? Or can you perform some other project activities by the time this resource gets available and then use it for your project? Can you do so? Those are the kind of alternative analysis that you can look into. Alternative analysis is actually a tool and technique which is used in certain processes in project management. This is something that you read in the PMBOK guide. This is something that you read in your Rita Mulkay or Head First world of project management, right? So do alternative analysis. Second, can you do risk and impact assessment? Can you do a risk of this resource not being available in the next 2 days or by next week? What is the risk that your project possesses because of it? What will the impact be if this risk actually materializes? Can you do an assessment of that? Now, with your risk and impact assessment and with your alternative analysis that you have done, can you go to your change control board with a CR on the impact that this resource being unavailable has to your project schedule, to your project scope, to your project cost, and to your project quality? Can you create a change request and go to your change control board meeting and present this change request, right? Can those people that attend your change control board meeting, they could be executive management people, they could be people at the higher ups, they could include your manager, they could include the program manager, the sponsor, the portfolio manager, right? Those are executive management level people. When you present them this change request, your intention may not be to get that change request approved, but your intention could be to seek help from them to make sure that you get that resource. Scratch and claw, do everything possible. I told you, you have to own the project. Do everything possible that is going to help you get that resource and do your project. Let's say if you don't get that resource, well, at least you have a change request in place. At least you have that impact that you have on your scope, schedule, cost, quality, everything out there in the open for the higher ups to look at, right? So those are the kind of things that you do from book perspective, from the PMBOK guide perspective, from the Rita Mulkay Head First kind of world perspective, if you don't get a resource that you need, right? My final point on this is a takeaway, a lesson learned. If you face a situation where you need a resource but it is not available, I'd want you to look into your resource management plan. Can you, whoever the person that owns the resource which is not available to you right now, did that person sign on your resource management plan? Did that person approve or review your resource management plan? If not, can you add that person as a reviewer or approver of your resource management plan from next project onwards? People that own resources, they should definitely be the reviewers and approvers of your resource management plan. And that is a sure shot way to ensure that you get the resources that you need for your project. That's all that I had in this video. I really loved that question. Do let me know in the comments if you have any additions to the answer that I have given. If you would want to add anything from your real life experience or anything else in general to this answer, do hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so that you get notified whenever we upload a video. Don't forget to check out the website pmclounge.com, your #1 free PMP resource. Thank you.